Hi, this is Janet from Try It Like It Created, and today I want to show you how to press flowers. You really don't need a lot of materials or expensive materials. You need an old phone book or a big book, a box of tissues, and you're going to lay a sheet down in your phone book, and then you're going to go to your garden or your yard and pick out the flowers that you want to press. Spring is a great time to do this because the smaller the bloom, the better, or the smaller the leaf, the better. You do not want a thick flower or a bud that has a lot of meat to it. So I'm showing you this in my garage because it's a windy day and everything kept blowing away. But what I've done is I have picked some wild violets out of my yard, and I placed them face down on the tissue, and I don't need the stem, so I cut off close to the flower, place them down to cover the tissue, and hopefully I'll be able to get through this without the wind playing havoc. You want to press them as soon as you cut them. So typically I would be doing this outside in the yard, but like I said, the wind was wrecking up my process. So I'm going to see something like this, even though it's a wood chip, that thickness is too thick to press. So you definitely want something smaller. Some things that have thickness to them, like think a dandelion, you could pull the yellow petal off and press that without the real thickness of the flower. Okay, so there we've got that done, and then I'm just going to cover it with another tissue, and then we close the book on the flowers and let that sit for about 2 weeks. Now this is a really old phone book that my mom used, and so I will go through and show you some of her pressed flowers so you can get a sense of what works. So here she's gotten the flowers, she's gotten a little bud, even just the petals. I believe these are the same. Oh, the wind's picking up. We'll give it just a second here. So there's some more of the same. I am going to go out and clip some leaves that are growing in the garden, and also maybe some tree leaves if they're small enough. Our lilac is blooming, so I might grab some flowers off of there. So you can see some work better than others, and some become more transparent than others. And to store them, you can leave them in here. You could then put them into a box, leave them between the tissues until you need to use them. Here's some larger ones. And I believe these were purple to begin with, but over the years they've turned. So that's something you want to pay attention to as well. Sorry, you're looking at my shoe on the floor of the garage as I turn the page, because we don't have a tripod out here. So there's a small tulip. Let's see, she's got something smaller here. So weeds can work great, flowers, leaves, pretty much anything, but like I said, spring is the best time to press so that you can use them throughout the year. Don't forget to press greenery, because when you make an arrangement, you'll want green with it. If you know the name of the flowers that she's pressing here, you could put them in the comments below. This is not really my forte. Gardening, I did not get the green thumb from my mom, unfortunately. My mom would carry a phone book, a pair of scissors, and a box of tissues in her car. And if my dad and her went out for a drive on Sundays, she would often have him stop, and she would take some of the clippings from the side of the road. So I'm going to go see what I can get from our yard and in the garden. And I hope you find this helpful, because you don't need to spend any money to press flowers. So use this technique and you'll be happy with the results, and you can see that it does work and they last over the years, because this pressed book is quite old. I just grabbed it out of storage to use it because we didn't have any phone books. So I hope you like it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you can see more craft tutorials.